Today on Charlitos Way, we do a yeast starter for a beer we're brewing on Sunday. So today's Friday. We're gonna start this yeast the good old-fashioned way. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be powerful. It's gonna blow this beer's mind. We have our 2,000 milliliter flask. You can see that it says 2,000. We have yeast nutrient, dry malt extract. This is what we're going to be, basically we're going to be making a little beer. That's how you make a yeast starter. You make a little beer and then you add the yeast. Today's yeast we're using California Yeast Ale 001. So even though it's thoroughly been cleaned, I have the flask in sanitizer and I've been kind of cleaning it out, letting it soak. I'm going to use that sanitizer later. Of course, it's in my Philadelphia Patty's Pub pitcher because we're sponsored by Patty's Pub. Ah, laddies, get the finest beer. Do excuse the incredibly dirty stove, but you know, we work with what we got. And I like to cook, and I like to cook fiercely. What we're gonna do, we're gonna get this water hot, and then we're gonna make a huge mess because I seem to make a huge mess every time I do this. While we get the water boiling, we're gonna measure out the dry malt extracts, a 10-to-1 ratio. We're gonna do 200 grams, and I think that's exactly what I have left. You know what? We're gonna go a little over. No, actually, wow. That's exactly what I have left, so that's perfect, huh? Huh? How perfect is that? We are getting up to temperature. Now, I can't find a good way to do this. Funnels seem to clog up because this stuff, I swear, it just turns like rock hard as soon as any steam. Can you see the steam? I think you can see it. Whenever any steam hits this thing, hits that stuff, it just turns into like rock hardness. So what I'm going to try is I'm just going to spoon it in with this bad boy. The other thing that happens is it boils over immediately. So I will be adding the Firmicap to it. This is 2 drops per gallon. You ready for a huge mess? Look, it's already starting to boil over. I'm going to turn off the heat for the time being. I'm going to pour a couple drops of here. This firm cap. Let it do its thing. Watch. Oh, it's already getting hard. And on the bright side, I have a nice clean stove to work with. So we're gonna try this a little different this time. I didn't heat it up. I just let it cool down, and I'm gonna try it again. But look at that. I mean, like instantly. How are you supposed to work with this? We're gonna try it with a paper funnel because I don't have a funnel. So I think it's gonna mess up that 10-to-1 ratio just a little bit. That's okay. As it gets the job done, and we can move on with our life. We have the DME in, and we're bringing it up to temperature. I guarantee it's going to boil over. I'm going to put this wooden stick there. I hear that helps. We'll see. But I'm going to let it I'm going to bring it up to temp and I'm going to let it boil for 20 minutes to break down all those enzymes. And I'm gonna bring it down to temp to what is it, 65 degrees, and we're going to pitch the yeast, and we're there. And then it's gonna sit for 2 days. So we want this all to break down. Look at that, a lot of movement. There we go. Nice and boiling. Hopefully it doesn't boil over, which it probably will. So set the timer for 20. And that's it. See you in a sec. Now that it's done boiling for 20 minutes, it's time to cool it down. The quickest way I know how to cool it down is to give it a nice ice bath. Oh yeah. Woke up my baby. It's very important also for sanitary purposes. I got the aluminum foil and sanitizer, and at this point, from here on out, this bad boy needs to be sealed from the elements. So we got the temperature down to 68, 69 degrees. Looks like for ales, we're right in that perfect area. So I'll just go ahead and take that out of there. We don't want it to get too cold. That took about 20 minutes to cool down, probably less. So I'm just gonna pitch the yeast and get it started. We want to do this all fairly quickly. We don't want it to be exposed to the elements. We have some Fermax. This will give it a little extra food for the yeast. We have the stir stick, which is magnetic, and we have the White Labs WLP001, and this has been sitting out for a few hours, room temp, you know, dual layer packaging. There it goes, there it is. And we pitch it. Shake it up. Oh yeah. And we cover it with sanitized aluminum foil. Just turn it up. And it starts to spin. And that's it. And we let it spin for till Sunday. This is the yeast starter, about what, 12 hours into it. So it's got that krausen on top. You can see it's active. It's like a beer. So you see the head, see the bubbles. It's just constantly stirring and it's building more yeast. Oh yeah. And there you go. This yeast is working just great. It's powering these 2 kegs and 1 extra gallon of beer for experimenting with. So once again, it's not the wrong way. It's not the right way. It's Charlitos way.